all that being said, I think Spurs are going to flop this season in the league. And
wow. Oh my God. You can't write this. You actually can't write this.
I've caught up. I can because I agree. I don't think it's even going to be solely down to Antonio Conte. And when I say flop, listen to actually what I actually said in my video. I said based on the level and standard that I'm seeing from Spurs fans, the media,
some Spurs fans, not all, because all my Spurs fans are not saying all this Tottenham are going to win the league stuff. We're just saying.
Well, at least 30% of the Spurs fans we have regularly on the 60% of the three main Spurs fans we have on the terrace have predicted title challenges and maybe win the league title this year. So I'm going with 60% majority here, right, of football terrace fans that come on. But I'm saying the standard that they're talking about is comfortably in front of Arsenal, comfortably in front of Chelsea, and I believe that's even that is over egging how much better they really are than those two teams. Arsenal will get onto it in a little bit. I just think Spurs are going to be Spursy again. I think they're going to be better than last year, maybe. I think they're going to play well. I think they're going to win games. But I think Spurs are coming fifth. They're not coming in my top four. Fifth.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Fifth. Wow.
Oh, I don't believe it either.
Wow. So Arsenal, who have never finished above us in 6 years, now all of a sudden finish above Tottenham.
Yes.
Where's the logic in that? When
Tottenham,
it makes no sense. Sorry,
Tottenham, who didn't finish above us for 20 years, finished above us.
Yeah, but we're talking recently. Well, not 20 years ago. We're talking now. Like you've not finished above us in 6 years.
Your logic doesn't make sense.
Of course, it makes sense. We're talking now. For the last 6 years, Tottenham have comfortably finished above Arsenal every season.
So
now
all of a sudden,
let me land. So all of a sudden now, Arsenal, who Tottenham and Arsenal both had good windows. Conte's been here for the whole. Conte's been here for the whole summer, had a proper pre-season. It's not Nuno that come in 10 games and then he got lost. Kane is looking brilliant. He's in tip-top shape. He's going to start the season properly. His head's not in Manchester like last year. So you got all of these things, and then Arsenal all of a sudden are going to... Nah, it's mad. It's actually bonkers.
I'll give you my reason, though, because fourth place I'm predicting Chelsea. And third place I'm predicting Arsenal.
Wow.
And there's a comment here I want to read because this is, again, beyond 1D thinking. Is Spurs better than last year, but fifth? The league table is a barometer for how good you were in that particular season. You can improve, but be lower down the league because that doesn't take into consideration everybody else's improvements. So you can't assess one team in isolation in terms of improvements. I think Spurs will be overall next season better than they were for the overall season last year, and they may accumulate more points. But I do believe Chelsea are going to pull off a number of these signings, and I have a lot of belief in Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel, and I think they're going to have a very good season. And when it comes to Arsenal, I just think Arsenal are going to shock absolutely everybody. The feel-good factor, the way they're moving the ball, the way they're playing, just everything about the club right now oozes confidence. And I think they're going to go into the season. I think they're going to sign another player or two. They've had a brilliant summer in the transfer market. We've seen what they've done to teams in pre-season, and I just believe that will translate into the campaign. And I think Arsenal are going to blow some teams away this year, and they're going to blow a lot of pundits away that don't necessarily believe in them. So I'm not saying Spurs are going to be crap. When I'm saying they're flopping, I'm being a little bit facetious based on the standards I'm hearing from some Tottenham fans about title challenges and comfortably finishing in front of Arsenal. And when people say comfortably finishing in front of Arsenal, that to me is 10, 12
10-point gap. I will say it right now. We will comfortably finish above Arsenal. There will be a 10-point gap difference between Tottenham and Arsenal. I don't know where you're getting all of this. Oh, Arsenal are playing well, moving the ball. It's pre-season. When it matters, Arsenal have failed. Newcastle last year got smashed 2-0. Tottenham last year got smashed 3-0. Yeah, they brought in a striker, but we still need to see what Gabriel's going to do when he's playing week in, week out.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, so exactly. These are teams that we'll see what they do against Crystal Palace on Friday. Arsenal have
That's very intriguing because
on paper.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, on paper they've improved, but
wait.
Zinchenko is an unknown entity when he's got to play week in and week out when the pressure's on him. So is Gabriel Jesus. Arteta is an unknown quantity at this level as well. Now that the pressure's on.
Let me just say one thing before Egal goes. Let me just say one thing.
Yeah.
Egal. See, first of all, I don't know why Terry said all that because Conte is a better league manager than Tuchel, so he should have Spurs in third. He should have Spurs in third place. Look,
that's how my logic works.
Terry, I'm just messing with you. Let it go. So
I actually think
I've got a controversial
manager.
I've got a controversial opinion of my own. I think Arsenal's transfer window is overrated as hell. I think people are pretending that they signed like two incredibly massive players from City who were starters. Like, you know, the way that Arsenal fans been moving, you'd like think they signed De Bruyne and Haaland or something when they signed Jesus. If you take away the hat trick against Newcastle and Watford, he scored 3 goals in like the other 30 games. So I listen, Jesus, you get me. It is what it is. And the same with Zinchenko. I don't rate Zinchenko as highly as other people. I don't think he changes lives. And the third thing is, and this is the thing for me, I don't think Arsenal finished in the top 4 to begin with. I don't think they finished in the top 4. I think Arsenal finished 5th. I'm choosing Spurs and Chelsea to finish 3rd and 4th in that order. I think Spurs are going to finish 3rd comfortably, 10 points above whoever's 4th. If Arsenal finish 4th, I wouldn't be shocked. However, my prediction would be that Chelsea finish 4th. And the reason just think, I don't really look at Arsenal and go like, oh shit, Jesus and Zinchenko are going to propel them to this next level where they're absolutely incredible. Because last year they didn't even have Europa League football. Now you include Europa League football in the mix. I've seen how it affects me negatively. Terry's seen it. Everyone here has seen on the panel, Thursday night football affects you extremely negatively when it comes to the league season, to the league. So for me personally, I think Arsenal's transfer window is overrated, very overrated in my opinion, because they've been acting way too strong with the signings they made, and I don't even think they're going to get top 4, to be honest with you. I think they're going to get 5th. So that's my honest opinion.
Can I go yet?
Go on, Kaz.
All right. What I want to say here with the Arsenal thing, I feel like we're underrating Chelsea's window. I think Chelsea will get a few signings by the end of the window. I think it'll be quite close between them and Spurs. Maybe finish 3rd or 4th. Who gives a crap? What a trophy. So, on that note, with this Arsenal thing, Conte is a way, way better manager than Arteta. He's been in the game longer.
League manager or cup competition, man?
Well, I don't know. Has Arteta been in a cup yet?
He's won the FA Cup, to be fair. So.
I mean, I'm talking about like in Europe. Has he been in the Europa League before?
Yeah, he bought the Europa League to Villarreal, bro.
Yeah, we got semi-final.
How can you forget Villarreal and Olympiacos before
the same year?
That was it. Sorry, I don't know. So, but I don't think Arsenal as bad as you might make them out to be. I reckon they'll still be in the run for it. But I like what Patrick said. I think Jesus and Zinchenko bring winning mentality. You think they're going to allow people to drop their standards below theirs? They're going to bring winning mentality. That's a big difference in the dressing room. And if you see any first 3 episodes of that Arsenal All or Nothing, is all he's trying to do is create, like a great dressing room, a togetherness, and it kind of looks like that from when you're looking from the outside in. But at the same time, it's only Zinchenko and Jesus. Like, this is the same. Conte's the same guy that won it with Inter Milan, who ain't won a league title in so long, with Darmian and Ashley Young. Yeah, that's the difference. And I just feel like Conte would. I think they'll have too much.
I feel togetherness by playing your never walk alone, Cass. That's
I don't know, but you can see what it is. But see, with Conte, the difference is that he can work with lesser players that might not be claimed to be amazing and make them look solid. Same thing what Fergie kind of did with a few average players as well. It made them look solid. So I just think Conte is just. I think he takes more points off the big 6 than Arsenal will do off the big 5, 6, whatever you want to call it, because they did do that last season. And I feel like Spurs still have that edge regardless, because Arsenal only made 2 signings. What happens if Jesus gets injured? That front 3, again, you're just relying on Saka, if we're being honest.
In Katia, they gave him number 14.
If Jesus gets
injured. Oh, whatever, man. Don't give me that. I think the key is. Don't get me wrong.
Give him number 14.
I get it. He scored 5 goals at the end of the season. I get it, but I just don't think he's the guy that's going to bring you over the line.
I feel like let me ask you.
And this ain't a thing on Man United either. So
how many more signings do you believe Chelsea's going to make, Kaz?
Well, other than Cucurella?
Right now, yeah.
I think they get centre back. I think they get another attacker. They're going to get another 2 or 3 signings, I reckon.
Okay.
And
how many more signings do you think Arsenal's going to do? Or do you think
I'm going to be real. I think you only get 1 at this rate. I don't even see you linked with anybody. 1. So, yeah.
Okay. So are you basing this based off the potential on who they could potentially sign at this moment in time?
It's not about based off the thing. You still employ Arteta, and I'll stick by what I said. I don't care what happens. I just feel like there's way better managers being way more experienced, and they just know how to get over the line better than how Arteta can. And it's true what Patrick's relevance. Last 5 years, like, Spurs have finished above you, man, and there's a big relevance to that. And also Conte since Conte came in, is it only 3 points that they finished up, like in terms of form? He won the most points. He was third or something, or second in the table,
Conte.
3
And
points away, something like that.
That is
That's a big relevance.
Bro, I'm just gonna say this.
With Ben
At
Davies.
this moment in time, there's a lot of good Chelsea news going around for players that they might be bringing in. But let me just remind you guys, at one point this season, they were supposed to bring in Rafinha, Lewandowski, Cristiano Ronaldo. They were supposed to get Jesus. They were supposed to get Richarlison. They were supposed to get Dembele. They were supposed to get Jules Koundé. It was done. So at this moment in time, we can only judge Chelsea on what they currently have. And at this moment in time, what they currently have, they're going to be bringing in Cucurella in. We're going to have to wait and see who else they bring in. And I'm going to judge the players and the teams based on what they have right now. Tottenham.
All right, let's do this shit. Their backline's better than yours already, currently,
No, it's
as
not.
we speak.
No,
Their
it's
wing
not.
back,
No,
no.
it's
Their backline is better. Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, and Cucurella, if you want to call that as a first centre back, is definitely better than your backline. Reece James, Chilwell's better than your fullbacks. I'm sorry, I'm having their midfield over your midfield
Listen,
as well,
Thiago
but
Silva
maybe
and
Odegaard.
Koulibaly are better than
And also
anybody
their
we
front
have in
three
the
of
backline. I
Sterling,
agree with that.
Havertz, and Mason Mount. I'd rather have. I think that's equal to what you got right now with Jesus, Saka, and Martinelli. So
Okay.
on that note, you've only scored 50
Let me
goals.
ask you this.
You scored 50 goals. Take away Lacazette's 3 goals assigned. You think Hayes is going to score 15. You still haven't scored more than Chelsea had last season, and yet they're upgraded. Technically, they've upgraded on their attack with Sterling, if you call it like that. So they've added more onto that goals like tally, if you think about it logically in that way. But I don't want to put a badness on Arsenal's name, because I feel like Arsenal will do good next season. I just like great next season. I think they'll be in a question of top 4, but I just think that Chelsea and Spurs will get over the line due to their managers and because of that, and their squads currently as well.
Okay.
That's it.
Can I give my
Let me just stop. Let me just stop, everybody. I've been listening quietly. Let me just speak. First things first, right? There's not going to be a big difference between Tottenham, Arsenal, and Chelsea next season in points. It's going to be a point difference of potentially 4 to 5 between all three of us, similar to how it was this season, where you've seen us out all very close near the end of the season. I generally believe at the end of the day, there's going to be more factors, there's going to be more signings, but if I judge it right now, I still believe this Tottenham team has another gear they can go to, and I have them above both Arsenal and Chelsea, and I think it's between Arsenal and Chelsea fighting for that 4th spot. Don't forget, yes, we are in the Europa League and we're going to be playing more games, but at the same time that we're in the Europa League and we're going to be playing more games, we're going to be in a lesser competition where we don't have to play our first team players in the group stages, where Chelsea will still have to play a strong team in the group stages. So in the beginning of the season, I think we're going to have a better start to the season. I think we're more prepared for the beginning of the season to Chelsea are, and I think that might give us the edge come the end of the season, where Chelsea are a little bit slow with their transfers, a little bit not prepared for the season, gives them a poor start to the beginning of the season, which helps us push ahead of them at the end of the season, because I don't think there's that big of a margin between the quality in the quality overall. Chelsea might have more quality players, but the way that we perform over the last calendar year to now, you can see that there's not that big of a difference between the 3 teams, and that might just be.
I don't get you, girl. Sometimes, honestly, like I
Did
respect
you hear
you.
what I
Don't get
said?
me wrong. No, I did, but you're also heading into another competition, and it's the same kind of thing. And if anything, Chelsea are used to it. Spurs probably will get knocked out quite early.
100%. Listen,
And,
it's a
and,
biblical
and
point.
if that's the case, Conte is better league manager.
Listen,
If you're going
it's
to go
a
by that, and
biblical point,
he is a
but
better league manager. He's just a
it's
better
a
manager.
biblical
He's
point,
actually
but
he's
I
actually
rate-
better than everything.
No,
He's
no,
better
no,
than everything.
I rate my
Arteta's
players.
got nothing on Conte, bro.
Listen, you don't
Nothing.
rate. Listen, all you keep doing is Conte. I've already said Tottenham are going to finish above
Exactly,
Arsenal.
because that's
That's
irrelevant.
not the argument
God.
here. It's about Chelsea. I
You're
think
doing up
Arsenal
essays,
are going
bro.
to finish above Chelsea. I genuinely believe Arsenal will finish above Chelsea at this moment in time, the 4th of August, 2022. I genuinely believe Arsenal will finish above Chelsea because they are less prepared for the new season than we are. We're going to a new season tomorrow, and Chelsea have not made some of their major signings yet.
Yeah,
They've
you
only
know
made
what?
2 signings officially.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
No,
It's the hope that
Let's
kills.
not make it seem like let's not make it seem like it's
Yeah,
ridiculous
alright, cool.
to say Arsenal are going to
No,
finish top 4 like
it's
they
not.
were
It's
the
not ridiculous, Adele. I've got you lot
Right.
finishing 4th. I've got Tottenham 3rd and Arsenal 4th, and for the same reason that Arsenal are in a way better place right now than Chelsea. Arsenal
Fair
actually, like you just got to be real. Chelsea right now, it's a lot of if, buts, and maybes. Chelsea didn't finish the season strong last year. They've failed to get in a lot of their key targets. They still don't know what they're doing, as in who they're going to bring in. I think Arsenal right now are ready to start the season. So are Tottenham. So for me, both of those teams finish 3rd and 4th. I still think the gap, like I said, and I'll stand by it, Tottenham will finish 10 points above Arsenal. a lot of people will laugh at me the same way they laughed last year when I said Tottenham will make top 4, and we obviously did that
Wait,
then.
so you're finishing
But-
at least 10 points above us, Patrick, next season?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Patrick, I'm with
Definitely.
you, but then you have to be edgy and say that. I don't think 10 points is realistic because
I think it is.
when
I
it
think
comes
it
down
is.
to it,
No
when it comes
chance.
down to it,
I think
Tottenham
it
have
is.
improved. Tottenham have improved. But what's to say that obviously it's going to be a weird season this season with everyone having their players going away for the World Cup in the middle of the season. So we're going to have to see. You do have some of your best players are going to be in that World Cup, and it could something could happen. So at this moment in time, I think we're going to be a lot closer than people think. I think 10 points Tottenham to be ahead by 10 points is a little bit edgy in my opinion, and I don't believe.
Yeah,
Some
no,
of your
fair
players are
enough.
going to World Cups as well, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
let me
same
give
for
my
all of us, really. And don't
Jesus,
forget-
Saka,
Yeah.
not Martinelli. I don't think. Partey, I think he's in the World Cup as well.
Yeah.
Is Gabriel going to go? I'm not too sure. Who's the other? There's
Gabriel
another one.
will go.
I don't think
Gabriel will
Odegaard's in it. So
Nah, Odegaard.
yeah, man, it's the same thing. And let's face it, that's
No, I
your
agree.
best.
It's the
That
same
is
for everybody.
they're your best players.
No, I
You ain't
think
got many
the-
more.
I agree. It's the same for everybody. Just to get that straight, I'm not trying to take this to the
World
point.
Cup's an
It's